Hey, hey, hey. Tie off another out-of-this-world story from our space. To heal a wound, you have to stop touching it. Today on our space, we learn the forgiveness is not something we do for other people. It's something we do for ourselves to move on. Our first OP gains his life back once he opens his eyes. Don't ignore red flags. I am heartbroken, feeling guilty, feeling I hit the bad lottery in life. 14-year relationship, 2 kids, comfy home, good financial situation. She's valuing an affair over everything we had. But those 14 years were not butter smooth. She had her secrets. She lied to me before, for smaller things. And she always made me feel like I was guilty of it. Oh gosh, I love my kids so much. But in all honesty, never, ever ignore a red flag like your partner lying to you and feeling no remorse for whatever reason. Now I will be a single parent. I will go back to renting a place. I won't see my kids every day. I will have to pay, so she still has a way to support her kids. And I will have to discuss my kid's life with someone that has not the same moral values as I do. Please, do your future self a favor and never, ever ignore red flags. It's a frick ton better to be by yourself than to accept someone subpar to share your life, as they will eventually ruin it some way or another. Eek, I'm sorry, OP. A new relationship with someone you like can make you feel like you're walking on cloud 9, a seemingly match made in heaven, however, can potentially blind you, as well as deafen you, to serious negative behaviors. You're absolutely right. If ignored, red flags in a relationship can turn a romantic relationship into an ugly and painful alliance. And the deeper you get, the more excruciating it will eventually become. Fortunately, the alerts along the way highlight certain behaviors that let you know something is extremely wrong, that you need to get out before you get in too deep. Update. How do you rebuild trust? Cheating ex-wife wants a second chance. I'm still sad about the kids and however they ended. I wasn't chasing that, but I've started thinking on to maybe try reconciliation. I am really not sure we can rebuild trust though. She lied to me multiple times. She says she regrets what she did, but that's just more words coming from a source I don't trust right now. I miss seeing my kids every day, and I'd love to have a good life with the mother of my kids. I've read a couple posts here that show how unlikely reconciliation is, and the lies that cheaters tell to just regain their comfy life back without actually putting any effort into making any changes. So this makes me wonder if I would just be postponing the inevitable, and probably making me go through the same crack show of emotions again. Help? Ask for help, you'll get it. First from tall, blonde, and cute. They aren't wrong. Cheaters will keep lying to protect themselves from the shame and guilt and in control from spiraling. But the flip of the coin is reconciling can happen if her actions match her words. Well, really, she has to show you with actions before you trust what you hear or even see sometimes. It is hard, but it's possible. My question for you is this. What has she done since she caught her to show she has changed her as changing? The OP replies, I don't know how to evaluate that. Like, if I could spot she's a cheater by the way she walks, I wouldn't fall in love with her. She's doing different stuff as we're separated, so she is taking more responsibility over stuff, but that's like her only option right now. Other than that, she is saying she's sorry. She wants to try again. She says what she would do differently on a relationship, but she can't do any of that right now as we are not in a relationship. I don't want to sound harsh. I'm really lost here and exhausted by this. Honestly, OP, I'm not sure it's worth trying to make something work with someone who isn't actively proving that they've changed their ways or healing themselves. It sounds like your ex really needs to work on herself before she can focus on reconciling. She can be sorry all she wants, but that doesn't matter when the steps toward self-love and healing aren't actively being taken. The cycle will just continue if she hasn't worked on herself. Update. Divorce papers signed. Wayward wife finally signed her divorce papers after making me go through hell 1,000 times with cheating, gaslighting, and demanding all sorts of stuff, as she felt entitled to be adored for her selfish, childish, stupid behavior. Oh boy, I feel like I got a bit more freedom. Leave a cheater, gain a life. Let's cherish life, loyalty, and what's good. May we let go of the damage that has been done to us. Thank you everyone in this sub for helping me go through this and see the light. The community has a couple reactions to this. First, from Terrible Owl 76. Congratulations. May things only get better from here. Judy 7679 says, I have been following your posts and quietly pulling for you. I'm an introvert as well. Since you work from home, I'm going to suggest you find ways to be among other people. I wish you join your new life and hope your children are doing well. Please update us later as to how you are doing. Best wishes, OP. Oh, OP. I'm so sorry that you've had to go through all of this in order to really see the value in life and exactly what life has to offer you. However, I'm so glad you're well on your way to bigger and better things. I'm so proud of you for not giving in to her attempts at clawing her way back to you. You're absolutely right. Life is worth cherishing. Life is worth living, and living the best life you can, full of happiness and peace. Thank you for your wise words, and I hope this allows others to see the red flags and find the strength to advocate for themselves. May you spread your wings and grow beautifully. Wishing you all the best. Have you ever ignored the red flags? Let us know in the comments below. But up next, the past is history. Don't live in it. Don't feel trapped in it. This OP has to set himself free and just be. Girlfriend ditched me in an apartment. Figured out later, it was cheating. So, my ex-girlfriend suddenly broke up with me after I moved out to her home city so we could be closer to her family before things got to a proposal stage. I gave up a lot of opportunities to go there, and she was the one pressing for the move. We were only together in the apartment she picked for 3 months before she broke up with me. We were both in medical school at the time and had been dating for 2.5 years. She was the one who really wanted to move in together. I was perfectly happy to continue dating and either do long distance during rotations or move into 2 separate apartments in her home city, one of the options for rotations. But she thought living together would be the best, so I went for it. I even ended up rotating with her dad at the hospital. He's an attending on a surgical service there. After we broke up, and that was absolutely horrible. After she left, I told her I would pay for the apartment all on my own because I didn't want her to be tied down financially causing more hurt, and I figured it would be better if I was as nice as possible because I still loved her and wanted her back, wanted to be as stand-up a guy as I could be. Well, we never got back together, and fast forward 2 years. I'm now dating a fantastic woman who treats me like a king. I'm an internal medicine resident, and it's amazing how many doors that opens in the dating realm. I'm so grateful to be with my current girlfriend, and she is absolutely amazing. However, I was catching up with a friend from medical school who ended up at the same residency program as my ex. We were just shooting the crap when he let me know that she has been dating a guy for 3 years. I was very confused given we broke up 2 years ago. Well, it turns out she had been cheating on me with this guy for a full year of our relationship. Part of the move to her hometown was so that she could be closer to this guy, high school friend. I was absolutely shocked. Why? Why wouldn't she just break up with me as soon as she started getting feelings for this other guy? Why convince me to move to your hometown when you're seeing someone else on the side? Absolutely insane. I don't know what she was thinking, and it reframes how I look at everyone. I haven't told my current girlfriend about this because I feel like it would just make her uncomfortable and possibly think I still have feeling for my ex just because I'm thinking about her. But they aren't feelings of attraction. It's just more of a wow factor. I can't believe she could do that. I genuinely didn't realize my whole relationship was a lie, and I'm just shocked, but I don't know who to talk to about it other than my guy friends. Anyways, there's nothing to be done, but I'm stunned by it all. I can't imagine doing that to another person, and it blows my mind that she's now out there treating patients with that same false sincerity. Is everyone living a lie? This is such a surreal feeling. Our first community reaction comes from Life Yogurt Closet 98. Well, you could send her significant other proof she cheated on him for a year. He might deserve to know. Diligent Permission 3 says, sounds a covert act known as monkey branching. She obviously wasn't totally solid in her relationship with a new guy until after she moved to the new hometown with you. After her relationship was more concrete with him, she monkey branched to him, leaving you as plan B. Typical covert cheater stuff. Yikes, OP. That's really blinding news. But this is news that you don't have to focus on. Yes, it hurts, and maybe this means that you have some wounds left unhealed. Try to focus on what you have now. Sometimes, things like that have to happen in order to make room for something so much better for us, like your amazing girlfriend who treats you like a king. Don't worry about what she's doing. You're living your best life, and your focus should remain on embracing what makes you happy. Turn your attention to the present. There's nothing left for you in the past. What are your thoughts? We're going to move on, where everyone deserves a second chance, right? Partner messaging girl from work. I've, 30 female, been with my partner, 30 male, for 10 years. 2 kids together. Last year he asked to take a break, and I later found out he'd been messaging with a new court colleague, 20 female. The messages were apparently of a sexual nature, and she tried to initiate sex with him, but he refused, he says. We took a long break so he could try and work on himself. He was messaging with her for a total of 1 week, and then stopped when those lines started crossing. A few months ago, we decided to try again. Things have been difficult because, I admit, I do resent him for the way he treated me. He isn't good around the house, and can be a bit absent when it comes to parenting, but it's something he's working on. We haven't been close really the last few weeks, not like we used to be. Enough to have sex once per week, but then he wouldn't show me affection any other time. Anyway, last week a new girl started at work, 19 female. I've met her. She seems really nice and funny. Someone I would normally be friends with. But you can see she lacks maturity. She's baby-faced and shy, which seems to be his type. This morning, I found out he's started messaging her. Just flirty right now, but it sent me into a spiral. I don't think she's interested in him, as she has a boyfriend, but it doesn't change his intentions. He talks about her all day, every day. goes in on his day off to help her, and has gotten extra hours from his boss to train her. He's told her such personal details about a relationship, but spun it in a way that makes him look innocent in it all. I know it isn't past that line yet, but for me, it may as well be. I feel like such an idiot for taking him back. I just needed to rant, I guess. Edit. Thank you for your advice. Long story short, I ended things with him last night. I've had some great advice here, so thank you. But for the people saying it's my fault, it most certainly isn't. People make mistakes. It happens. I've seen the messages from last year, and she most certainly was pursuing him. I don't think it makes me a bad person to have given the father of my children a second chance. I can say now that I tried, and this is fully his fault. He's the reason my children will grow up without their father in the house, not me. I did all I could, and I'm proud of myself and the way I've calmly handled this. Our first reaction comes from EPBN. Everyone has their own definition of cheating, or what is acceptable or unacceptable. To me, that is unacceptable and passing the line. That's crushing and emotionally cheating to me. BOP replies, for me it passes the line too. I think I'm still in denial. Where the hell is the man gone who was amazing for 8 years? Detailed ambivalence chimes in. When your husband messages a 19-year-old in a flirty manner, he is opening himself and the company to a career-ruining sexual harassment suit. Tell him I said to grow up. JB23 says, sorry for what you're going through. It seems to me like you're his backup now. Like he fails with the coworker, he's always got you to fall back on. I would end it. Or maybe you should do the same thing he's doing and see his reaction only if you're really trying to save whatever is left. Again, the best option would be to move on. There's always better options out there. Good luck. The OP replies, at this point, at my age and with the kids, my son has a severe mental disability, so life is hard. I don't think I'll be looking for another relationship. I'm better off on my own, and I believe that wholeheartedly. Time to move on with my life and my kids, I guess. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Thank you. Mysterious Airport 63 has this to say. I'm going through the exact same thing with my relationship. It's sad, it's hard, it's confusing, but you are not alone. We got this. We do not need someone who does not respect us. We are better than that. After the rain comes the sun. Nothing happens for a reason. I think they meant to say everything happens for a reason. BOP replies, I love this attitude. It's one I'm trying to adopt. I want to choose happiness and stop letting him get me down. It just hurts. After all this time, after taking him back, he still does this. And with someone 11 years younger than him. But of course, he sees no issue in it at all, I suppose. I just keep telling myself that one day he'll look back and realize what he's lost. How dang hard is it to not try and seduce your workmates, especially ones so much younger than us? It feels predatory to me, but maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Honestly, OP, I think you're right to move on. You're absolutely not an idiot, and you're not a bad person for wanting to make it work with your husband. This is totally natural, as is feeling resentment towards him. It isn't worth placing your energy into someone who's clearly placing his attention elsewhere, especially when you have a family to take care of. It's something he's totally running away from his responsibility. Walk away and let his life slowly flush itself down the toilet. You did all you could, and you should be so proud of yourself. I'm so proud of you. You're going to be just fine. Have you ever tried to make it work? Tell us below. And thank you for joining us today on Our Space. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We'd hate for you to miss it. Also, please let us know what you thought of today's content. We love hearing from you. Bye for now.